First told you last night, current Attorney General Leslie Rutledge is ending her campaign for governor, instead focusing on a lieutenant governor run. Our Jay Bird joins us in studio with what's next for this race, Jay.
Yeah, now that the dust has settled on her announcement, we now have an idea of what other people are thinking here. It's a crowded field that became even more crowded when Attorney General Leslie Rutledge announced her campaign switch. And some pundits call this a worst-case scenario for candidates already in the field. When Leslie Rutledge decided to exit the governor's race, pundits felt it was only a matter of time before she did so after the most recent polling and campaign finance numbers came out.
I wasn't surprised at all. In fact, it was the move that made the most sense for her after Sarah Huckabee Sanders entered the race for governor.
Rutledge now becomes the 6th Republican candidate in the lieutenant governor's race, and she is a big figure in it.
It completely changes the landscape of the lieutenant governor's race.
Other candidates quick to react to her entrance into the LG race. State Senator Jason Rapert saying he's been supported by Mike Huckabee for years, and he's not thrown barbs at the lone Republican governor candidate.
Taking jabs and undermining Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Washington County Judge Joseph Wood, a very different tone, and actually welcomed Rutledge into the race. Chris Beckett tweeting out that she quit the governor's race and says he will stay in the race for LG. Both Dr. Greg Bledsoe and Doyle Webb point out Rutledge had made comments in the past about not wanting the office of lieutenant governor because she would, quote, get bored. Strategists say those comments will not likely hurt her on the campaign trail.
You reserve the right to change your mind. I don't think that that would be a thing that haunts her.
It would be a big deal if there were a candidate with the financing to both make that a message, an attack message, but then also be able to promote themselves through their own messaging.
Rutledge also enters the race with the most money raised for the race, and Republican strategist Bill Vickery says that makes her the current favorite.
She's a very popular figure, had raised a considerable amount of money already, and you got to think she immediately becomes the heavy favorite inside the Republican primary.
And on that note, as of the most recent campaign finance report, Rutledge has just short of $1.2 million in contributions, which is actually more than every other candidate combined. So it's going to be an interesting race.